Hi, good morning. Welcome to Let's John Creator. Today we are going to model a one basic pen model, and after that we are going to do the texturing. Then we are going to model a cover for that. Okay, let's go to the first video. If you are new to the channel, subscribe my channel. If you are new to the 3D modeling, see my beginner videos. Let's begin. After opening the Blender, press A and go to the mesh and create a circle. Then scale it down, go to the top, scale it down to 2 sorry scale it to 0.5 and enter. Okay, I give you one more option. Go to mesh and create a cylinder, scale to 0.3 and scale it in z axis, make it as 4, no 5, okay, then scale it as again in z axis again 5. Okay, it's too big, so I make it reduce it now. Okay, so this shape is okay, so we are going to model a cap and a bottom for the same using a numpad key and move towards the z axis using a G and Z key, and I move towards like this, and I just turn on the tool for you. Okay, I'm not installed right now. Okay, fine, it's not a problem, so I will guide you each things. Doing this setup, go to, before that go to edit mode. You have to apply a scaling to make come everything is fine. Press Ctrl A and apply a scale. Now go to edit mode and we are going to make it so bottom first. So select all the vertices in bottom in wireframe mode using a shift Z key and select everything. So now all the thing has been selected. Before that, its a face is available in bottom, so which is not required for us. I show it in 3D mode, mesh mode. So I deleted X and using a F key to delete the same, and I do the same for the top. X and delete using a X and F short key. Now go to the front view, go to the vertex mode using a 1 on the keyboard and select everything using a right click mouse and press period key to zoom in. Now go to wireframe mode. I'm going front. I'm going to select all the vertices in bottom. Again I go to the front mode. I press shift D to duplicate, right click to cancel, and G Z and move it slightly down, and I press P for selection, and I'm going to make it this object as separate. Now this object has came separate. Go to edit mode, select everything, E to extrude in Z axis, and I'm going to select this one top using a alt key and selecting everything, E to extrude and scale it towards little bit inside, and select everything again in bottom using a alt key. Go to the front view using a one number pad, number numeric 1 on the keyboard, and press E to extrude and S to scale. So I'm just show it in bottom view. I go to the wireframe mode and scale it, and E to extrude in Z axis, extrude and scale, extrude and scale, extrude and scale, and press space bar to, okay, I have given the search option. Go to the preference, go to the shortcuts, sorry, go to the input, sorry, go to the key map and select a search tool, and I close it. Now I press space and now the search tool option will come. So I'm going to give us grid fill. So it has been finished with the grid fill option. Okay, now I'm going to do some different steps for this. Go to the modifier and apply a bevel modifier. So let it be in angle, and I'm going to increase some amount of bevels, and I'm going to add a subdivision modifier. I'm going to give it as 3, in rendering also 3, shade smooth. So let me change the CNC, so it will come like this, which is not required for us. So I'm going to edge, and I'm going to give percentage. Now you can able to see it has came correctly. So this is the back for the pen model. I'm going to apply the same modifier for this. Go to bevel, go to percentage, and I'm going to apply control 3 for the subdivision, and rendering also I'm going to make it as 3. And let me see the percentage. What is that? 15. I make it as 0.10. Okay, that is fine. Okay, I will save the file. So I make it as pen. So now bottom and top has been finished with the requirements. So I go to the edit mode for the top, and I'm going to press 1. I'm going to wireframe. I'm going to select this one and GZ to slide it down. Now I'm going to create some loop cuts for this using a control R key, and I'm moving towards this center, so it will create one yellow mark. If I use the scroll key and I'm going to increase the scroll key upwards, so it will increase the loop cuts. You can create for the strength for the object. So now you can see it will looks better. Now I go to the edit mode, press 1 on the keyboard, go to the wireframe mode, select everything in top, and I'm going to press E to extrude and scale it inside, and E to extrude in Z axis. So before that, in edit mode, I turn off the subdivision and bevel. It will make the system slower. So I'm turning off the both things, and I press GZ and slightly move it down, and I go to the top view, and I'm going to match with this same vertices while extruding outside. E to extrude and S to scale, and I'm going to move the mouse towards till the end. Okay, so now it has been aligned perfectly in the bottom view also, and E to extrude and Z axis, GZ. Okay, GZ. Okay, I'm going to give it in this angle, the cap thing, and I'm going to create one loop cut here in between. So now I'm going to select all the vertices using a alt key, and after selecting I'm going to press E and extrude scale down, and E to extrude in Z axis, E to extrude and scale again, E to extrude and scale again, and E to extrude and scale again, and E to extrude and Z axis, E to extrude and scale again, and E to extrude and scale again, and E to extrude in Z axis, E to extrude and scale again, and press space and go for the grid fill. So now I have made this design for my own design for the pen. Now top cap has been ready, so we are going to make a nib for this. Go to edit mode, so what I I'm going to do is I'm going to create a one loop cut for this. Control R, and I create some several loop cuts, and I'm going to leave this. And this face I'm going to select. So I go to the front view or side view, and I'm going to select the faces like this. Okay, almost selected the same. Okay, sorry. So I'm going to select the bottom also too, so let it be. After selecting this, so I'm going to press skeleton x-axis, press 0 on the keyboard to make it flat, and GX to move little bit front. Okay, now this shape has been came. And let me see how it looks in this, but it's not cool. What I'm going to do for this is I press Ctrl Z and I press E to extrude and right click to cancel, skeleton x-axis 0 and GX to move little bit further. So now the shape has been came correctly. Okay, and I press make again GX to move little bit further, and I press Ctrl N and create one loop cut here to make it this shape better. And I feel this is too lengthy, I feel like. So what I'm going to do is again I'm going to select everything and GX to move slightly inside. Now I create a one edge loop here and select these faces, bottom faces, using a shift and left click mouse button and E to extrude in Z axis. So I just zoom it in and I turn on the vertices. Now GZ I use a control key to map to align to the same. Now we have created a cap for this, and here we can see it is smoother. Okay, that looks fine. And let me create one edge loop for this and let's see how it looks. Yeah, this looks better, cool. And here only it became issues for us. I create one edge loop here and let me see how it looks. Now it looks bad. Okay, I create one edge loop here for this bottom. Yeah, now looks better. So now our pen cap has been ready. So we are going to do the texturing in the next part for all the models. So this one cap we can make it separate if required, but I'm going to keep the same because we are going to show only the we are not going to remove everything, right? So I'm going to show in that same one. So I do one thing, I just select these two object and I parent it. For that I press Ctrl P and press object. So now this everything has become one object. And after doing this, so we have to go for the next video. So next video we can see it as textures, how to do the coloring for this pen. If you're new to the channel, subscribe the channel. Bye bye.